After my wife's affair, I was told divorce would ruin me financially, so I played the long game. Now I have everything, and she has nothing. Hello, Reddit I plus here. I'm not the type of guy who airs out my dirty laundry, but this is my closure. And if someone out there is going through something similar, maybe it'll help you find your own peace. So let's rewind a few years. I was 34 when my whole world imploded. My wife, Emily, and I had been married for 8 years. We met in college. She was studying to be a nurse. I was in finance. We were that annoying couple who always looked so in sync to the outside world. We had a decent house, no kids yet, 2 golden retrievers, and his and hers matching bathrobes, the whole damn dream. Except the dream was a lie. I started noticing changes about a year before everything hit the fan. She was always on her phone. Her schedule shifted. The intimacy slowed down to a trickle, then dried up completely. But the weirdest part? She started picking fights over nothing. One day I loaded the dishwasher wrong, and she didn't speak to me for 2 days. Another time she told me she needed space, on our anniversary. Still, I thought we were just going through a rough patch. Then came the night that burned itself into my brain. She left her iPad open on the kitchen counter. I wasn't snooping. I was trying to check a recipe. But what I saw, messages from a guy labeled Sarah from book club. Only this Sarah was apparently very into sending late-night sexts. One message stood out: "You make me feel alive in a way he never could. Can't wait to sneak away again this weekend." My stomach dropped. I scrolled. Hundreds of messages, photos, videos, voice memos. This had been going on for over a year, with some guy from her work. A doctor. Of course, I didn't confront her that night. I didn't rage. I didn't cry. I sat at the kitchen table until the sun came up, just numb. Because somewhere in the pit of my soul, I already knew. But here's where it gets interesting. I talked to a lawyer friend of mine, told him I was ready to end it, but he warned me, "You're in a no-fault state. She'll still get half, maybe more since she's a nurse and you're the higher earner. You divorce her now, she walks away with the house alimony, maybe even half your 401k. You'll be paying her to bang Dr. Love for the next decade." That thought made me physically ill. But instead of blowing up my life, I got smart. Real smart. I started documenting everything, every message, every suspicious expense. I quietly installed a keystroke logger on her laptop. Judge me all you want. I'd do it again. I printed out call logs, bank statements, and even had a P. I follow her a few times. Within 6 months, I had a mountain of evidence, but I still didn't file. Instead, I started laying groundwork. I restructured my finances, moved bonuses into a new LLC I set up for consulting, shifted funds to trusts under my sister's name. I even convinced Emily we should sell the house and downgrade to save money for future kids. She agreed. We sold the house for a killer price, and I used my credit to buy the new place, putting it solely in my name. She didn't even notice. Meanwhile, she was getting sloppy. Late nights, weekend work trips, even started showering before coming home, like I wouldn't notice. One night, I asked casually, "You still happy with us?" She blinked, and for a split second, I saw panic. Then she said, "I think we've grown apart. Maybe we should try a trial separation?" I almost laughed. She wanted me to be the bad guy. She wanted to spin the story. Classic. So I agreed. Yeah, maybe that's best. And that's when the game really began. I let her move out. I made sure to be overly generous at first. Paid her rent, covered her car, still handled her insurance. I wanted her to relax, to get comfortable. Then I slowly started turning off the taps. She didn't notice until she tried to use our joint credit card at Sephora, and it declined. Then came the angry texts, the guilt trips, the late-night calls, and finally, I filed for divorce. And that's when I dropped everything on the table. Screenshots, videos, financial records, testimony from the PI, even timestamps proving she was lying about her shifts. She tried to lawyer up, but it was too late. My ducks were in rows so tight they were marching. We settled. She waived alimony. I got the house. I got my retirement untouched. Her lawyer said she could try to go after more, but with the adultery evidence and shady financial stuff on her end, she'd likely walk away with less. So she took the deal. The guy she cheated on me with? Yeah. Turns out he was married too. His wife found out. His reputation got nuked. He lost his job in the scandal. Emily ended up moving in with her sister and working night shifts to stay afloat. I don't take joy in it, but I'm also not losing sleep. Today, I'm remarried, happily. To someone who loves me loud and honest. We travel, we laugh, we talk. And sometimes, late at night, I'll get a message from Emily. Just a hey, or a hope you're doing well. Once she even wrote, I miss what we had. You were a good man. I never reply. Because I was a good man. Still am. But I'm not her man anymore. She bet against me. And I played the long game. Now I have everything. And she has nothing but regrets.